Hello, today is December 8th, and that makes it day 66. It was nice. I got to talk to two of my old best girlfriends from Nebraska, and that's always really grounding. And I think one thing I've been learning in my recovery is to be confident with who I am, and that I'm strong enough to know who I am, and I just have to trust myself. And I think learning to trust myself has been really hard. Trust what I want, trust to know where I'm going, trust how I feel and who I love, and just trust to know what's best for myself. And I think maybe I've talked about that before, that with the eating disorder, it's hard to trust yourself because you've proven to yourself time and time again that you're going to choose things that aren't good for you. So how do you learn to trust yourself to choose the things that are good for you when the pattern that you've shown is that you won't? And even if you want to desperately, you still won't choose what's best for you. So that's like a hard thing. And I think that's why choosing to do what's best for myself can feel like a really elementary thing I should have learned at 18, but I'm still learning it at 31. So today in my exposure therapy, I ate a cinnamon roll. And it was kind of this weird sort of panicky moment trying to get it in, and I was running around doing work stuff, and I was like 10 o'clock and I was hungry because I hadn't really had much for breakfast, and I was just like, I gotta eat a pastry, and like I can't, like skimp on it, and I can't, lie about it, or, just eat a bite of a pastry, something like that. And someone had brought in cinnamon rolls to work. And so on top of selling pastries, someone in HR had brought more pastries, and I didn't have one yesterday. And so today I was like, all right, like eating goodies that people bring to work has also been a big thing, and it's a hard thing to exercise. And like, again, it's like, so as I was reflecting on the cinnamon roll, I was trying to think of some positive memories. And I remember when I was in middle school, my sister and I made cinnamon rolls for our neighbors as like our first little side business. And it was one of the first things I learned how to make, and Liza and I did it together, and my first little entrepreneurial experience, then to later have a pie business. And that was a positive memory of like cinnamon rolls are good, and especially if they were like one of my first memories of being an entrepreneur. And then I thought about, all the times that cinnamon rolls have been brought to class meetings, or, evening classes, or into work. And I would rarely, would eat the cinnamon roll or the piece of cake or the donuts or the malasadas in Hawaii when they were offered. And it was just like this point of pride of being able to pass up on it, and like carrying this image of discipline and nutrition and eating healthy and being a runner. And there's a lot of just like showing people who I'm this person, and creating a narrative around who I am and how I act. But it was always like later on that day, or often the day before or 2 days after, and you have stale cake in the fridge, and 2-day-old cinnamon rolls on the countertops, and that's when I would find myself eating a handful of them before, on a bathroom break or something, and not letting anybody know, and hiding them, and then feeling so much shame that like, what's even the point? Like, why can't I just say yes to the cinnamon roll and be social and normal and eat it when everybody else is eating it and enjoy it? Why do I have to like project this image of me being better than other people? And or like, especially if I was feeling self-conscious about weight, or even if I wasn't feeling self-conscious and feeling skinnier, it's like I needed to create this perfect image and this narrative that I had it all together so that people would be proud of me. And then lo and behold, I would be, binging on the old pastries. And then it's like I wasn't even getting the good experience and enjoying them. And I just like put so much pressure on, like, if you're gonna eat a pastry, it's gotta be perfect. It's gotta be the perfect moment. It's gotta be worth it. And a lot of people just like eat a pastry or they don't eat a pastry, and putting that comparison up. And it was just like, take the pressure away and like allow yourself to eat when it's right for you, and when you want and when you don't want. And so I did sit down and like took a cinnamon roll and ate it, and had done my walk and drank my water, and I had a hard time not continuing eating, and even at lunch I had a hard time not continuing eating, or like snacking on it afterwards, and I felt kind of weird about eating, and it's just like, I make it weird. I project these things onto it. So I choose to make this normal, and I choose to make this a positive experience, and like making that choice did help, and instead of allowing my anxiety or my pathways or my eating disorder to make that choice for me.